All right, someone sent me this video today. All right, I'm gonna share this with y'all. It's an older video. It happened a while ago, um, but it looks like it's resurfacing on, it's recycling on and resurfacing on the internet. But we're gonna watch this group of 16 people dine and dash on a $420 restaurant bill. 16 people. I did the math. I think it was like $26 per person, and they ran out on this this restaurant's bill. And this is when I say, you know, I have shifted from saying we need to do better, because that's not the case. I think Black people overall are doing better, but so now I'm saying certain parts of our community just need to do better overall. Right? This is embarrassing. Right? This is embarrassing. And if you're someone who does this type of stuff, you're really embarrassing yourself. You're really embarrassing the community. And I have no shame on what happens or what has happened or what happens to these people due to this type of stuff. All right, let's get into it. Let's watch it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, it's Ricky Rich with Black Primacy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.
From inside the restaurant shows a table of 16 people eating and enjoying themselves. Frida's manager, Jesse Gonzalez, says they were one of the last tables seated around 10:30 Sunday night, a half hour before close.
And they came at the last minute, and we didn't think anything of it.
He says they treated themselves, ordering some of the most expensive things on the menu, including $11 margaritas.
Burritos, the Hefe Grande burritos, the Frida special steaks, you know, steak and shrimp.
But soon he says the bartender got a whiff of something that didn't smell like grilled steak and peppers.
It was just one guy that was just smoking weed, and we asked him to stop, and I guess he was like the leader of the group, and they just went out and listened to him and made a scene.
There's no sound in the surveillance video, but at this point, Gonzalez says the group started berating the staff.
They started getting louder and louder, getting upset, started yelling. That's when they started making offenses to the server and telling them, like, come on, come on.
Eventually, one by one, people finish their drinks and leave the table, except for these two women left behind. They didn't seem to be in as much of a hurry. She even carries her blue margarita away from the table and continues to drink it after the group ignores staff and skips out on their $420 bill. Gonzalez says they even pushed one of the servers in the stairwell. He says he's never seen anything like it.
Our walkouts are, you know, hey, they forgot to pay, or they'll come back the next day. Major walkouts like that, that's our first biggest one.
Gonzalez says he thinks they planned the whole outburst so they could skip out on the bill.
You don't think that they're going to do that, especially on a Sunday night. And yeah, just one guy got them all riled up, and they all left at the same time.
The manager says at this point he's not too worried about the money. He's just glad all of his staff is okay. But he does want police to catch the people who did this. So if you recognize anyone in the video, make sure you call Memphis police. In Midtown, Stacey Jacobson, WREG News Channel 3.
That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing. And then I mean, look, before I say what I'm getting ready to say. All right. I'm not someone, I'm not a body shamer by any means, right? Hey, people come in all shapes and sizes. People look certain ways and do, and that's up to, you know, I understand partly genetics. The other part is on us, right? But that ain't really that's none of my business. But when you run out on a $26 bill, again, $420, let me make sure my math is right. $420 divided by 16. 420 divided by 16. Yeah, $26.25. When you run out on a $26 bill, and your whole group is looking like this. Again, I'm not a body shamer. but I'd be willing to bet that the average the average weight of the people in those groups are about 420 pounds. You open yourself up to scrutiny in this conversation. You really do. So anybody in here, and I'm sure it's in here on the comments. Let's see. Look, I told you. All right. I hadn't even looked at the comments yet. Given their sizes, they appear to be repeat offenders. Dine and dash. It didn't look like they could dash to save themselves. This is what I said right here when I first saw the video earlier. I'm surprised it's only $400. She said the one girl looks like she could eat $400 by herself. When the homie sent me this, I told him the restaurant actually got lucky. The restaurant, $420 for a group of people like that, 16 people like that, $420 is cheap. That was probably only 100, maybe 150. I don't know. I'm not in the restaurant business, so restaurant owners, y'all tell me what the cost of that actually was. Outside of, I understand, you're taking there's more than the cost of food and drinks. I understand that, but the cost of food and drinks is, I would say, probably $150 at most. Is what they probably lost in that. But a group that size, literally, as a group and as individuals, that could have easily been a $4,000 bill, easily. 16 people with my appetite alone is going to eat more than $420, and I'm nowhere near their sizes, men and women in here. I'm nowhere near their size, and I'll put it away. So to me, the restaurant actually won in this situation, because half these people are probably going to stop off and grab something else to eat before they even get to the house. And I'm not saying that to be funny. That's real. They're the ones that are really losing, because they ran out on a meal and they're not even full. So they had a free snack. Whoop-de-doo, right? The restaurant really won. The restaurant really won by not losing more money in food. They could have easily lost a couple $1,000s in food. But, I say, like, when I see this type of stuff, it's disgusting from a moral standpoint. It makes all of us look bad. You got these people back here that look to be black as well, chilling. They're gonna pay their bill. They minding their own business. You got this guy right here, and he actually looks a bit frightened as they walking through. You could tell he was looking. Look, he's looking like, what is going on with this big old group? And then I also saw, while we was watching this group back here, there's a big group of black folks behind them. Right. And so what happens more often than not is now the next big group of black folks that walk in the next day are going to be treated differently, or looked at with scrutiny, or watched heavily. And they're going to be like, what the hell? Like, why are we, why are the rules set up like this for us? And I just went just a few weeks ago. I was on a wine tasting thing, and it was I think it was like 10 or 11 of us, and the rules seem to change for us. I don't need to get into the specifics of the venue and everything, but at the end of the day, instead of the lady coming around and showing us each wine and pouring wines, she just poured all the wines and just kind of let us do our own tasting. Right. And after watching this and several other things like this, it kind of puts it in perspective that just maybe not, maybe, I mean, the lady told us that it was because of our group size, but then we looked over, we saw other groups of other races getting the full treatment, right? We didn't make a big deal of it. That's not the type of group I run with. We're not about to sit up here and start flipping tables and trying to walk out. We just know not to go back to establishments like that. But after seeing this video and other videos, I'm willing to bet that something happened with a group of black folks that ruined it for the 90% of the rest of us that know how to act when we walk into an establishment. So that's what's likely going to happen to the rest of the people that we see surrounding this group and the rest of the people after. Like, they're going to be scrutinized. They're going to be, they'll probably have to pay at the door or have some sort of extra fee or, pay before the food come out, something. And they're going to be confused as to why, someone's going to say, I've been here for so long, and then, or I've been coming here for so many years or whatever. And now all of a sudden you guys are doing this, and it's going to be weird. Right. But this is the type of stuff that happened. And this is not, I'm not saying that this is always the case. And sometimes people, organizations, groups, restaurants, whatever, they have, bias, bigotry, racist mentality. And so that applies down into how they treat us. But there are a lot of things that, like this, that happen. And then as a group, as a collective of black folks, we are then put in a crossfire. So had to share this, very frustrating. But like I said, most of the community, I feel, is doing better, has done better, is doing great. Then you got this small subsection of the community that just perpetuates the stereotypes and then, gives these other groups, racial groups, ammo to use against us, as to the reason why, we are treated this way. And this is not at all a reflection of the community overall. This is just a small subsection of just people in general, right? Regardless of race, that don't know how to act. And every group has it. Every racial group has this subsection of people. But ours is always highlighted. And I'm highlighting it here because this is a black channel and this is what we do. We are working to do better in all aspects of our lives, or of our community. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. All right. This is crazy. These people just, ugh. But y'all let me know what y'all think. All right. It's Ricky Rich of Black Primacy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.